All right, so let's come right at the top of the mat, feet directly beneath the hips, rolling our shoulders up and down. Let the palms face the front. Allow your eyes to close and just take a moment to drop in here. Take a really deep inhale through your nose and let out a sigh through your mouth. And again, deep breath in and sigh out through your mouth. Now begin to inhale, let the arms float overhead. Good, and as you exhale, let the arms sweep back down, softening your knees. Inhale, arms floating overhead. Lift your gaze, let your body stretch out. Exhale, let the arms float back down. Inhale. Exhale. Good, once more, deep breath in. And exhale. Now interlace the fingers behind you. Let's open the chest, roll the shoulders together, straighten the legs, lift the heart. A little bit of a back bend here. Good. Now, so as you exhale, release your hands, swim your arms forward as you take a deep breath in. Interlace the fingers as you exhale, bend your knees. Now round your upper back. Pull your belly button in, let your chin drop to your throat. Nice upper back stretch, expanding that space between the shoulder blades. Now inhale, begin to lift the arms overhead. Good, as you exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, side bend to the left. Once more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale to the left. Beautiful. Now inhale, come through center. As you exhale, soften your knees. Let your heart melt forward, making your way into forward fold. Let the head hang heavy here. And let your body sway here. And then begin to straighten one leg out at a time as you sway, getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs here, back of the knee. Good. And as you inhale, lift the heart, hands to shins. Half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Now bend the knees lats as you inhale, stepping the right foot back into runner's lunge. Let your right knee drop to the floor. Lift the heart, look forward. You can always place your hands on bricks if you like. Good, as you exhale, draw your hips back, making your way into half splits. Let the heart melt forward. Inhale, gliding through into that low lunge, lift through your heart. As you exhale, draw back into half splits. And we'll move with our breath between these two postures. Inhale, lift to low lunge. As you exhale, melt into that Ardha Hanumanasana, which means half splits. And just use your own breath rhythm here. Expanding forward. Exhale as you draw back. 2 more times. Next time as you come forward, pause here into that low lunge. Lift through your heart. Now let the arms sweep overhead as you inhale. Good. Now as you exhale, let the arms fly back down. Inhale, let the arms lift. Exhale. Big sun breath here. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Once more, deep breath in. This time as you exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Draw the shoulders together and lift through your heart. Good. As you exhale, release your hands towards the earth and allow the front foot to come back as we make our way into tabletop position here. Gently moving your hips from side to side. Keep your toes tucked under. Good. And as you inhale, soften your elbows. Let the heart melt through. Lift your gaze high. As you exhale, round your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now move at your own pace here. Into that cow position as you feel the front of the body stretching. As you exhale, feel the back side of your body. Now, next time, as you inhale, make your way to neutral. Walk your hands out to the front of your mat. Take your hands as wide as your mat so that your middle fingers are just lined up to the edge of your yoga mat here. Now draw your hips back. Notice how my hips stay right over my knees. Now let your heart melt to the floor. Forehead lands. This is called puppy pose or kneeling back bend. Good, and just stay here for a few breaths. Deep breath in through the nose, out through your nose. And just allowing the front of the heart to melt to the ground. Good. Now, so as you inhale, coil the belly in, lift the forehead away, draw your elbows in. So elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Send your right leg back. Keep your toes tucked under. Now send that left leg back and feel forearm plank here. Stabilizing the spine now. Make sure your head's not collapsed. Good. One more breath. Slowly as you exhale, melt your knees to the floor. Thighs, belly, and chest. Good. Untuck your toes. Bring your hands back. Forehead kisses the earth. Long legs. Really think of elongating them. And as you inhale, lift it to baby cobra. Exhale, melt the heart back down. Inhale, lift to baby cobra. Exhale, melt down. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt down. Now inhale, lift back to baby cobra. This time, draw back into your table, tuck your toes under, and lift up into your downward facing dog. Paddle out the feet here, walk out your dog here. Nice deep breaths in and out here. As you inhale, let your heart glide forward, making your way into a plank here. Good. Now as you exhale, drop both heels to the left and allow your left knee to drop. And as you inhale, let the right arm rise here, opening your body. Good. Now see if you can pull your top right knee up towards the sky. And as you exhale, take the foot behind and try to get that knee up towards the sky so it's not dropping in. A little bit hip opener here. Good. Spin your heart open. Good. Now as you exhale, let that top arm come down. Send that right leg back, tuck toes under, and come back into your plank. Reset your left hand. Pull the navel in. Strong legs. Good. Now as you exhale, both heels towards the right. Drop your right knee here. Inhale, lift the left arm now, opening your chest here. Really lift out of that bottom right shoulder. Now see if you can pick up that left knee here. Floating the knee towards the sky like if someone's pulling a string. Sparkle your toes out. Good, and then let that foot trail back and try to spin the knee open as your heart radiates up towards the sky. Good, as you exhale, gaze down, send that left leg back and come back into your plank, reset your right hand. Good, exhale, draw back into your downward facing dog. Let out a sigh. Let your gaze come forward towards the hand. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Let your body fold here in Uttanasana, forward fold. Maybe you can straighten the legs out a little bit more. Inhale, come back into that half lift. Pull belly button in, long spine. Exhale, fold. Now reverse swan dive. Inhale, arms sweep out to the side. Lift your heart. Good. Exhale, bring your hands towards your heart center. Back into mountain pose, Tadasana. Let the hands come to the side of your body. Take your feet just a little bit wider so that you feel really solid in your stance. You feel more anchored into the ground. We're coming into breath of joy to invigorate the body a little bit more. So as we inhale, arms come to shoulder height. Breathe in again, reach out to the side. Breathe in again through your nose, let the arms lift all the way overhead, and then a big exhale swing. So breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, let it go. 'Cause you can go slower or faster, whatever feels right to you. Find your pace. A deep inhales, like you're filling your body. First breath in is to the navel. Second breath in is to the heart. Third breath in is all the way to the crown. And then a big release. Three more. Now inhale, lift. Hold the breath. And then exhale. Notice there's more lightness within. Good. Now bring your big toes closer together. As you inhale, let the arms float overhead. As you exhale, sink into your chair pose. Bend your knees, get nice and deep in those legs. Breathing deeply. Good. As you exhale, spread your arms out to the side. As you inhale, arms come from back to the front. And now lift your right knee up as you inhale. Good. As you exhale, arms sweep back out. Let the right foot come down to the floor. Reach those arms back. Now inhale. Let the left knee float up. Feel your balance here. Exhale, swim the arms back. Sweep forward. Right knee lifts. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're adding a hip opener. And this is going to be challenging. So as you inhale, circle the knee open. Back, exhale, inhale, and back. Take your time opening that knee, letting the knee drop. Try to lift that knee as high as you can. And this will depend on the opening in your low back. Good, couple more times. Inhale, lift the right knee. Good, now hold out to the side. Come into tree pose. Either bring the foot to your calf, not on the inside of your knee, or lower. Or for those of you who like to go a little higher, grab your foot. Firmly press the heel against the left inner thigh. And just find your balance here. You can bring your hands to your heart, overhead. And just sway a little bit if you find it easier for you to keep your balance, feel that negotiation that's going on within. Good, couple more breaths here. Notice your concentration increases here. If your mind wanders off into different thoughts or stories, you'll find that your equilibrium is affected. Good. And as you exhale, bring your palms together, let it come towards your heart. You're going to let that right knee float up as you inhale. Good, and as you exhale, come back into your chair pose, hands at the heart right now. Pull the navel in. If you feel your low back, just gently draw your navel more in, soften the front of the ribs. Good, now swim the arms forward as you inhale. Swim them all the way back. Reach back. And as the arms scoop down, begin to lift your left knee up. Good, circle the knee out to the side. And come into that tree pose. Either grab the foot, come into that higher position if you like, or keep it at the ankle or calf. Hands can go overhead. Or if you prefer it at the heart, you can bring it at the heart. For some, this feels a little bit more balanced. Notice your gaze, strong, fierce. Beautiful, couple more breaths here. Good, now slowly as you inhale, allow the knee to flow forward. As you exhale, come back into your chair pose. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Swimming the arms back forward as you inhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Now roll the shoulder blades together. Feel your heart coming more forward. Now lengthen your arms back if you can. Good. Now as you exhale, belly towards your thighs, let your body tip forward. Some of you can be able to lift your arms away. If that's too intense, keep it on the low back. But the idea is to bring the arms forward. Feeling a deep shoulder stretch here. Good. 2 more breaths here. Wonderful. Now as you exhale, let the arms return back to your low back. Unclasp the hands. Fingers to the earth or your toes. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees. Step this time your left foot back. Dropping your left knee towards the floor. Right knee is to the front. You can use bricks here. Lift your heart as you come into that low lunge. As you exhale, draw back to that half splits. Now move at your own pace between these two. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Next time you move forward, stay in that low lunge here. And allow the arms to float overhead. Deep inhale. Push the ground away with that front right foot. And as you exhale, big sun breath here. Inhale, let the arms float overhead. Exhale. Move at your own pace here. Good. And as you exhale, let the arms flow down. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulders together and feel your heart lifting here as you come into that kneeling lunge back bend. Good. As you exhale, release your hands to the floor. Let your right foot come back. Setting up puppy pose. Curl toes under. Reach your hands out in front. Really long. The further away your hands go, the deeper the stretch. Let the forehead kiss the earth. Let your tailbone point up towards the sky and allow the center of the heart to melt down. Two more breaths. Slowly as you inhale, coil the belly in. Feel the forehead floating away. Let those elbows come back in so they're right under your shoulders. Good, making our way into dolphin as we exhale. Lift your hips, walk your feet up a little bit more so that feels more like a downward dog position. Good, really stay activated, especially in the serratus anterior. That's that muscle that runs along the side of your shoulder blade there, underneath the armpit, and to the side. Keep pressing the earth away. Good, feel free to walk out your dog here. Let your head relax. Make sure there's no tension in and around the shoulders. Good, now lift your gaze, walk your feet back, make your way into a forearm plank. Stay strong. Good, and as you exhale, let your body melt towards the floor. Untuck your toes, slide your hands back. Inhale, lifting a little higher into your cobra. Exhale, melting the heart down. Inhale, lifting higher. Beautiful. One more time. Good. Now tuck your toes under, either back through table or straight to your downward facing dog. Good. Paddling out the feet here. Inhale, begin to glide forward to your plank. Shoulders stacked right over wrist. Let both heels drop to the right side. So we're coming back into that side plank now. Lift your right arm up towards the sky. Now see if you can pick up that top right knee. So you can stay with the other option and keep your left knee to the floor. Now let that foot drop to the side. Now see if you can spin your belly and your heart up towards the sky. This is called rock star. Nice deep back bend here. Good, as you exhale, reach the arm back and down. Make your way back to plank. Reset your feet, shoulders back over wrist. Good, exhale, both heels to the right. Left arm rises. You can always drop to your knee. Pick up that top left knee. Good, now let the foot come back behind you. Spin your navel to the sky and coming into that rock star. Good, as you exhale, sweep the arm back and down, making your way back to plank. Take a deep inhale. Good, exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here. Good, now allow the big toes to touch. As you inhale, left leg floats towards the sky. Lift and open your hip, bend your knee, and lean towards the right side. Lean as much as you can. It's almost like you're falling over, but you're not. Good, now as you exhale, square your hip. Look forward and step left foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise, full crescent lunge. Exhale, root down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, arms flow down. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Now inhale, let the arms float overhead. As you exhale this time, let the hands interlace behind you. Take a deep inhale, lift through your heart. Feel that deep back bend here. Good, as you exhale, release your hands. Drop your right knee towards the floor. Grab your bricks if you have them, and walk your right knee just a little further back. So coming a little deeper into that splits position. You can lift your left toes, push the heel a little bit more forward. So make sure that your body is not coming forward. Try to lift your chest here. Breathing deeply. So watch out that right hip doesn't start to pull back and you're opening this way. Hug the left hip in. That plane keeps circling around here. I think it's learning to fly a plane, but it's a big plane. We're not too far from the airport. So draw your navel in, shoulders down and back. Good, now to come out of it, curl the back right toes under, coil the belly and walk your right knee forward. Pull the left heel towards you. Walk your hands out in front and make your way back into that half splits. Good, inhale, begin to shift forward to that low lunge. Tuck your right toes under, lift the right knee and thigh. Walk your hands towards the right side, making your way into a nice wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the floor. You can also place them on bricks or let your whole body melt down. Let out a big sigh here. While you're moving your body and you're breathing deeply throughout it, you'll release a lot of toxins, mental toxins, mostly mental toxins. Releasing all that busyness that's in the mind. Good, now soften your knees and begin to kind of move and sway your body from side to side here. Beginning to create some fluidity in the low back, mid back, upper back. They say the more flexible your spine is, the more ageless you become. They say you're as old as your spine. So if your spine is good and fluid, you'll stay young, ageless, in other words. Good, now slowly as you inhale, float the heart up, climbing up onto the fingertips. Shine your heart forward. Straighten the legs out as much as you can. Pull navel to spine. As you exhale, soften your right knee here. Good. And just allow for a little pulsation here. Good, on an inhale, come through center. Exhale, softening into that left knee. Good, now shifting back center, softening into that right knee. Now I'd like you to walk your hands over towards the left side. Now turn and pivot. Left hand is right on the shoulder and allow your right arm to lift towards the sky. Good, as you exhale, let the right arm come back down. Come back to the front. Soften your left knee, little pulsation here. Good, now walk your hands further, start to turn and pivot, making your way into that twisting lunge, lifting your left arm now. Good, as you exhale, sweep the arm back and down, we'll go more fluidly, come back to center. Walk your hands to the right, bend your right knee, keep turning and pivoting. Let that right arm lift. Exhale, sweep it back. Moving back towards the front, in towards your left knee, turn. And just let it be really fluid, as if you're dancing between the two postures. Very fluid movements here. See how gracefully you can move from side to side, as if you and the water are one. And so open your fingers as if it's moving and treading through water. Stay low as you can as you go from side to side. 2 more times. Last time, towards the right. Beautiful, and then turn back towards the front and come back into that wide-legged forward fold. Let out a sigh. Some of you may be able to press the crown of your head towards the earth. Take your hands wide. This is a cooling posture when we keep things nice and wide and open, especially the back of the heart, air out the back of the heart here. Good, now slowly slide your hands back in. Inhale, lift through your heart. As you exhale, walk your hands back towards the front, towards the left side. Left leg is in front. Then I'd like you to hop your right foot in. Walk your hands out in front. And as you inhale, squeeze right leg up. Now keep the right leg up, flex your foot. As you exhale, I'd like you to bend your left knee. Inhale, straighten the leg out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good, 2 more times, strengthening that supporting leg. If you can't squat very deep, it could be because you have very tight Achilles. Good, once more, little squat down. Good, now stay here, bend your right knee. And see if you can take your left hand to your heart and feel that balance. Good, now slowly as you exhale, bring your left hand to the floor. Let the right knee come underneath your hip so the right foot can come down to the earth. Shifting your weight into the right leg, inhale, left leg lifts to the height of your body if you can. Now, this is a lot of strength required here. Watch out that you're not opening your hip. Keep your hips square. Exhale, soften your right knee. Inhale, lift. So just a little squat. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Strengthening that right leg. Good for glute power, strong quadriceps. Good, 2 more. Exhale, inhale. Good, now stay here, bending that left knee. See if you can lean into your left hand, right hand to your heart. Good, as you exhale, bring your hand down towards the floor. Let the left knee drop underneath your hip and let your body fold as you exhale here. You can hold on to the opposite biceps. Good, now inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse one dive to standing. And exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Let your hands come to the side of your body and just notice yourself again. Feeling warmer, more invigorated. Now, as you're breathing here, I'd like you to add a visualization to your breath. And this makes it even more powerful. And the idea is that you continue to breathe throughout your practice in a similar fashion. So as you inhale, imagine that there is a energy, you can give it a color. I like the golden color, for it's one of the highest vibrational colors that there is. So think of the light coming up the central channel, so starting at the base of the spine, your tailbone, and just feel your whole body irrigating with this golden light as you inhale all the way to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, feel it kind of like flowing over your body like a fountain, pulling away all the muck. Yes, pulling away all the muck. Let that golden light purify you from the inside out. And continue to breathe throughout the whole practice this way, so that it starts to illuminate you from the inside out. Getting rid of the muck, not just on a physical level, but on a mental level, energetic level, which of course our emotions, our feeling mind. Good, so bring your big toes back together. As you inhale, let the arms flow back overhead. As you exhale, draw into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Draw the navel in. See if you can challenge your body a little bit more, sink deeper. Now continue to visualize that breath, moving up the central channel in your spine, and then flowing down like a cascading waterfall or fountain over your body. Good, and as you exhale, swim the arms back to the side and back. And as you inhale, let the right knee float up. Good, circle the knee out to the side. Now at a certain point, you have to drop your knee down and let it come back. Now stay here. This is like the beginning stage of dancer's pose. And just feel that position here. Really lift your rib cage away from your waist so there's space. Good, and maybe your right hand can reach to your ankle. Now let the left arm come forward. And just feel that little bit of a stretch here. So we're not going really deep unless you're super open. Go ahead and go further. But notice that you don't want to do this. Hips stay square. You can soften your knee and think of pushing your shin in towards your hand. Good, now gaze is right over that left middle finger. Good, as you exhale, bring your left hand to your heart. Some of you might like to go a little bit more forward. Notice the stretch increasing in the back of your left hamstring. Good, now slowly come back up. Let the knee come underneath your hip. Bring your arms overhead as the knee floats forward. Good, as you exhale, swim the arms back down, come back into your chair pose. Hands at the heart, breathe. Active recovery here. Good, now inhale, reach the arms back overhead. You're doing great. Good, now as you exhale, swim the arms back. Good, now as you inhale, the arms sweep forward, lift your left knee. Good, let the arms open, circling that knee out to the side. Now there's a point where you can't go any further. That's where you drop your knee in and then let the foot trail back. So now you're in that dancer's pose, balance. See if your left hand can reach towards your foot. Let the right arm come forward. Press the left foot into your left hand, looking over your right middle finger. Using that same concentration we did in tree pose. Beautiful. Strong standing leg. That's why we did those little squats. Good. Bring your hands to your heart, or one hand. Tip a little forward if you like. Go as far as it feels right to you. Beautiful. Now very slowly return. Let the knee release, staying standing this time. Take your arms a little wider. Lengthen your tailbone towards the earth. Feel the prana moving, feel your heart beating nice and strong. Good. As you inhale, bend your knees, let the arms sweep overhead. Now lean slightly back, feel that back bend here. And as you exhale, swim the arms back, let the heart radiate forward. Come into forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Once more. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees lots. Hands to the earth. Step your feet back to your downward facing dog. Lifting hips nice and high. Let your head relax here. Now on the in-breath, bring your big toes together so you feel more stable. Let the right leg float up towards the sky. Open your hip. There's an external rotation here. Now bend your right knee and see if you can lean towards the left here. As if you're almost tipping over, but not quite yet. Good. And as you exhale, square your hip, look forward, stepping that right foot in between your hands. Rise into full crescent lunge as you inhale. Exhale, root down into that front heel. Inhale, lift through your heart. Exhale, arms fly wide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. As you exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Take a deep breath in. Lift through your heart. Feel that beautiful back bend here. Stay committed on that front leg. Good. As you exhale, release your hands. Drop your left knee to the floor. We'll come a little deeper into that splits on this side. So walk your left knee about a foot back. Use your bricks here if you like. If you don't have any bricks nearby, you can also just bring your fingertips to the ground, but make sure you're supported. If you like to go a little further into that front leg, press your right heel forward. Good. Now lift the heart here. And again, think of that breath. Feel the energy rising up. Exhale, feel it washing over you. Yeah, yoga is not just an exercise. You know, we can do a step class for that if we're just after fitness. But yoga hits all systems of self, not just your physical body, but it's also mental fitness. It's fitness for your emotional body. So it's a more holistic system of well-being. Good. Now to come out of it, coil the belly in, walk your back left knee forward, bring that right heel towards you. Come back into that half splits here. Little recovery here. Keep the spine long. Good. This time as you inhale, shift forward, bring your hands to the floor. Let that right leg come back, moving back into Anahatasana. Now, some of you are quite open right now, and you can drop your chin to the floor and look over the ground. Now, if that's not feeling good in your neck, please keep your forehead down. But otherwise, drop your chin as if you're going into a chin stand. Feel the heart melting to the floor. Beautiful. Now slowly inhale. If your chin's on the ground, lift the chin away, coil the belly in, forehead floats away. Good. Bring your elbows in under your shoulders as you exhale. Draw into your dolphin pose. Paddling out the feet here. Good. Bring your big toes together. Inhale, allow the right leg to float up towards the sky. Good. And as you exhale, bend your knee. And same thing, just let that foot kind of lean towards the left side. Feel that beautiful side opening here. Good. Now as you exhale, square your hip, let the right leg come back down. Inhale, left leg floats, open your hip. Bend your knee and lean as much as you can to the right. Keep dropping your head. Sometimes there's a tendency to want to do that. Just let your crown of your head point to the floor. Good. And as you exhale, square your hip. Let that left foot come back down. Look forward and come back to forearm plank. So walk your feet back. Strong legs. Strong breath. Powerful breathing here. Good. Now as you exhale, let your body melt towards the earth. Good. Take a prostration. Reach those arms out in front. Forehead to the earth. And just start to move your hips from side to side here. Releasing that low back. Good. Now take an inhale. Float your forehead away. Climb up onto your elbows here as if you're going into Sphinx. Now bend that right knee and see if you can take your right hand right to the top of your foot. Some of you may be able to reach your shin. Now turn your left elbow out so that you have a little bit more stability. Now start to lift the knee and the thigh away from the earth. Notice how much you have to squeeze your glute. Notice how open you need to be in the anterior deltoid. If you can't get your thigh off the floor, that's okay. Good. Now exhale, release that back leg. Swim your right arm forward. Elbow is a little bit outside the shoulder, like you're creating a half a triangle. Bend your left knee and swim the left hand towards the shin or the foot. So same thing here. Press the foot in towards your hand. And if you can't get the front of the thigh off the ground, don't worry about it. You're still strengthening your back. Use those back muscles to lift your heart. Good. And as you exhale, release. Swim the left arm forward. Setting up high cobra. So untuck your toes. Long legs here. Long, lean legs. Slide your hands back. Inhale, lift high here. Good. Tuck your toes under. Make your way to downward facing dog. Paddling out the feet here. Let out a sigh. Good. And as you inhale, shift forward into your plank. Let both heels drop to the left side, picking up that right knee here. Good. Now see if you can lift up your right arm. Good. Now let that right foot drop down and see if you can come deeper into your rock star position. Good. As you exhale, unwind. Take your time. Reset your plank. Deep breath in, stabilizing the spine. Exhale, both heels to the right. Inhale, left arm lifts. Now pick up that left knee. Radiate the heart. Let the foot come back and see if you can come into your rock star. As you exhale, release. Swim the arm back. Make your way back to plank. Good. As you exhale, draw back to downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Let out a sigh. Let the big toes touch together. Inhale, left leg sweeps to the sky. Lift and open your hip. Bend your knee. Now lean towards the right. Now keep leaning. Some of you may like to go into your flip dog. So how to do that is you start to lean forward so that your shoulder comes right over that wrist. Now you can drop that foot and lift open through your heart. Relax the arm. Oops. Exhale, sweep the arm back and down. And come back into your downward facing dog as you exhale. Paddling out the feet here. Let out a sigh. Good, now bring your big toes back together as you inhale. Left leg sweeps again towards the sky. Bending your knee, let that left foot trail towards your right buttock. Now as you exhale, look forward and step that left foot in between your hands, setting up warrior two, where your big toe is on the right, drop your heel, and windmill up into Vera two. Good, front knees over second and third toes. Feel that open hip here, variation of the warrior. Reaching long through the arms. Gazes over the middle finger. Good, and as you exhale, sink deeper. Challenge your legs. As you inhale, turn your left palm up. Let the right arm swim back behind your low back. Coming into Exalted Warrior here. So you can look up or you can look back over your shoulder. Good, now as you exhale, let that top arm circle, pulling the left elbow towards your quadricep. Keep the right hand back. Use that to open the heart. Good, now slowly as you inhale, come back up into Virabhadrasana to release that back right arm. Leg should be on fire. Good, now as you exhale, drop your arms straight in the front leg out. Good, turning that left foot towards the front, towards me. Good, and you can tick-tock it in a little bit if it feels really wide. Now turn your heels in, toes out, and take a yogic squat here. Shoulders down and back. Pull the navel in, soften the front of the ribs. Let the arms rise as you inhale. Exhale, sink deeper, Shakti arms here, Prana Shakti arms. Now as you inhale, lean back, feel your heart opening even wider. As you exhale, contract in, round your back. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, straighten the legs out. Reach the arms overhead. Feel yourself expanding like the 5-pointed star. Good, now as you exhale, sweep your arms towards the right, bend your right knee. Good, now come through center. Arms sweep down. Exhale into the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep, sink as deep as you can. Good, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, now we're reversing it. Inhale, bend your left knee, soften the arms. Inhale. Strong here, and then soft and melt. 3 more. Now stay here. Come back through center, inhale. Turn that left foot back towards the front. Bring your hands towards your hips. Feel that top part of the hip, the iliac crest. Soften your knees, now hinge forward. Send your sit bones back until you're parallel to the earth. Good, notice how hard the back of the leg has to work to stabilize this position. Good, reach the arms out to the side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bend your knees now. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bend your knees. Good, once more, inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale, lift. Now soften into your left knee. Inhale through center, strong legs. Exhale into that right knee. Now look to the front. Start to move through center. Turn and pivot. Right hand to the floor. Inhale, left arm back towards the sky. Exhale, circle the arm back and down. Dropping your right knee to the floor. Coming back to that split. So you can go full, half, or come into 3/4 of the way. Go as deep as you can. Lift through your heart. So it's okay if you can't go all the way. Go to your edge, they say. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Now to come out of it, coil your belly in, tuck your back right toes under, press into the earth with your hands, walk your right knee forward, pull that left heel towards you, walk your hands back out in front and take a little breather here. It's definitely getting warmer out here. Good, and as you inhale, I'd like you to lean forward into that low lunge. Curl the back right toes under, come back into that runner's lunge, shine your heart forward. So this is where you could definitely use some bricks, but if you don't have them, don't worry, you can still do it with hands to the floor. What I'd like you to do is take your hands a little forward so you can hop your right foot in. So now all your body weight is mostly on that front foot and your hands. Take your hands a little bit forward or bring your fingertips to the ground. Now inhale, squeeze that right leg back up. Keep your hips nice and square. Feel that, how that leg is now awakened from all that strengthening we've done in the leg. Now bend your right knee. Good, if you have that brick, place your right hand on the brick, left hand to the heart to start. Now don't collapse through your shoulders. Shine your heart forward. Now swim your hand back. See if you can find your foot. And then press that foot in towards your hand, coming into a standing back bend here. Good, couple more breaths. Keep looking 2-3 feet away from yourself. Awesome, and as you exhale, slowly release. Let the foot come underneath your hip, let it come to the floor. Transfer the weight on top of the thighs here, forward fold. Let your body sway. Beautiful, let's try the other side. So inhale, lift. Bring your hands onto the brick or directly on the floor. Start to transfer the weight into that right leg. Let your left foot sweep up as you inhale. Keep your hips square, draw the navel in. Good, now as you exhale, bend your knee. Now you can stay here or lean into your left hand, right hand to the heart. So the next evolution is to swim the arm back. See if you can find your foot. If you can't find your foot, you can place the hand on the low back. Otherwise, try to grab that foot. Good, now square everything off. Roll that shoulder blade down and back. Push the foot into the hand and look forward 2 to 3 feet. Good, now slowly as you exhale, return the leg back. Release the foot. Let the foot come underneath your hips and let your body fold here. Hold on to the opposite bicep. Good, inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse one dive. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're almost there. Notice how you feel. Maybe you're feeling a little sweaty. Beautiful, release your hands to the side and take your feet just a little bit wider. Just let yourself kind of teeter-totter from side to side here. We'll start to balance on your left leg first. So I'd like you to transfer your weight into that left leg. Now bend your right knee. Coming into that dancer's pose, reach your right hand to your right foot or shin. Let the left arm come forward and see if you can go a little further now into that back bend. If you'd like to go even further, I invite you to bring that left hand back and take it to the inside of your right foot, and then come into that full dancer's pose this way. So that's an option. If that's not comfortable for you, release that left arm and stay here. Good, couple more breaths. Very good. Slowly reverse, bring it back down, release the left hand if it's there. Let the left hand come to the heart, slowly return, right knee forward, and place both hands on your heart here for a moment. Sigh it out. Feel your heart beating against your palms. And just connect back with your heart. All the poses we've done so far this morning are all heart opening, expanding our heart field. And I'm not just talking about the physical heart, I'm talking about the spiritual heart. Your capacity to love, your capacity to receive, your capacity to give. It's like the breath. Giving is the exhale. Receiving is the inhale. Good, let's go to the other side. So shift your weight into your right leg. Really lift out of that hip. Bend your left knee. Reach your left hand back to your foot or your ankle. Good, take the right arm out in front. So if you find yourself really wobbly, soften that right knee just a little bit. Now to deepen experience, let your heart come a little bit towards me as you press your left foot into your hand. You'll find that the leg lifts. Good, so keep that gaze right over your middle finger of the right hand. If you like to go deeper and you want to go to that double clasp, you can. You can reach that hand on the inside, rolling the shoulders together and lifting up. But I'll stay with this option. Shiva's pose. Beautiful, one more breath. Good, if you've got the double clasp, release your right hand. Slowly return the right hand to the heart. Let the left knee come on your knees. Place your hands back onto your heart and gently move your hips side to side. Let out a sigh. Beautiful. Now take a deep inhale. Sweep the arms down and up. As you exhale, swim the arms back and down. Place your hands into your low back. Now make sure that your spine is long. So think of not collapsing through your low back, but lengthening your tailbone, softening the front of the ribs. Now lift your heart, place your hands onto your low back and come into a little of a back bend here. Now don't collapse your head, just a little one, unless you want to go really deep. Good, now as you exhale, send your heart forward. Trace the back of your legs here, let your body fold. Sigh it up. Good, inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Step your feet back into your downward dog. We're almost there, just that one side to do in Vira 2. Paddle out the feet here. Good, and allow the big toes to touch. As you inhale, allow the right leg to float up towards the sky. Lift and open your hip. Good, now bend your knee and lean so much that you come into that flip dog. So lean forward to create space. Left shoulder comes right over wrist. Let that left foot come down, right foot come down. Now lift through your heart here. Go deep as you can. Surrender. Bend that knee if you need to. Good, as you exhale, sweep it around. Good, make your way back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Sigh it out. That releases a lot of tension from the low back. Good, and again, bring your big toes together. Let the right leg float up as you inhale. Open that knee, leaning towards the left. As you exhale, gaze forward, lunging that right foot in between your hands. Setting up for Vira 2, where your big toes on the left, drop your heel, rise up into Warrior 2. I'll turn around so that you can see me. So now your right leg is out in front. Good, reach through your fingers. Shoulders down and back. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. Like a warrior, strong in the low body, but graceful and relaxed from the navel and up. Good, now as you inhale, let the right palm face up. Let your left arm swim back behind you. Let that right arm reach up and over. Gaze can be back or up towards the sky. Keep sinking into that front right leg. Exalted Warrior. Now slow as you exhale, let that top arm circle. Pull the right elbow towards your right quadricep. Keeping that left hand behind your back. Keep rolling that left shoulder open. Stay strong. We're almost there. We're going into counter poses. Now as you inhale, lift your heart. Stay in that front leg. I know your legs are burning. One more breath. You can do it. Good. Now as you exhale, straighten that leg out. Pause here. Inhale, come back into your lunge. Now transiting towards the earth, lift your back, left heel up, windmill the arm, dropping your left knee towards the floor. So now we're making our way into full splits on this side. So if you are not able to, that's okay. Go to a little further than you normally do. But make sure your chest is not forward. I therefore always recommend to use the bricks. I'm not in alignment with them, but you can also keep your fingertips to the floor to support your upper body. And just let gravity take over, but really lift through your heart here. Navel keeps pulling in up towards the lower ribs so that we're not collapsing through our low back. We don't want to crunch into the low back. We want to create space by lifting up. Keep engaging the back of the legs, your hamstrings, and the isha, which is right by your sit bone. Really engage that to protect the hamstrings. Good, one more breath here. Very good. To come out of it, pull your belly button in. It's almost like you're rounding your upper back. Curl the back toes under. Pull and walk that knee forward, and then take that front heel towards you, making your way slowly back into that half splits. Let out a sigh. Beautiful. This time as you inhale, shift forward. Let the front foot come back. Good, and make your way back in your last puppy pose. Walk your hands out in front. Let the heart or your chin melt to the earth as you look over the floor. And again, if that doesn't feel good in your neck, don't do it. Just drop your forehead. There's no way that is better. You have to honor at each given moment where you're at. Some days it feels good, some days not so good. We are not static beings, we're always fluid. So from one day to the next, it might vary, kind of like the moon, waning and waxing. Good, now as you inhale, coil the belly in, chin away of the forehead, bring your forearms in. Good, let out a sigh here. Sway your hips from side to side, just releasing that low back. Toes are tucked under as we prepare to move into our dolphin posture. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the knees. Feel yourself coming back into that dolphin posture. Now, big toes together. And I'd like you to inhale and sweep your right leg up towards the sky. And just try to squeeze it up as high as you can. Now, what I'd like you to do is keep that left heel off the floor, but soften your left knee. And just see if you can kind of propel yourself off your left foot a little bit. Just push off your left foot. And notice how you kind of float up. Don't come all the way into that balance, but just feel that for a moment. Good. And then bring your right leg down. And then lift your left leg to the sky. Stay high up on the right ball of the foot. Bend your right knee. And now propel off your right foot. And you'll notice that that left leg can sweep up. Good. 2 more. Awesome. And then walk your feet back, coming into that forearm plank. Good. As you exhale, let your body come to prostration. Reach the arms out in front, forehead to the earth. Let out a sigh. Well done. Now deep breath in, float the forehead away. Bring your hands back in. Coming into high cobra as you inhale, or outward facing dog. And good, as you exhale, draw back downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Let's move into a counter poses, so deserved today. As you inhale, let the right leg float up towards the sky. Open your hip, create more space there. Let your head keep dropping. Good, and as you exhale, look forward, bend your knee. And bring that knee in between your hands. Pigeon. Good, and then walk your left leg back. Pull that right knee a little bit more over towards the right side. Now lift your heart to start. Good, now as you exhale, walk your hands forward. And you can come into that sleeping swan. Now, if there's a tendency to roll onto your right hip, place something underneath of it, like a rolled towel or blanket. Or if you have a brick, bring that brick just underneath, just so that the hips stay level. And some of you may like to come all the way with the forehead down to the floor, arms stretched out in front. This is definitely deeper. And really try to relax here. Allow some space between your teeth so that your jaw is relaxed, like you're smiling. Soften the space between your eyebrows, let that frown disappear. And just let everything soften in your body, all your muscles, your shoulders, your belly, your low back, your legs are deeply relaxed. The more deeper the body is able to relax, the more it can do what it needs to do. Good, 2 more breaths here. Now slowly in your next breath in, float the forehead away. Climb back up onto your hands, lift your torso. Curl the back, left toes under. Lift the left knee and thigh as you exhale. Draw back to your downward facing dog and begin to paddle out the feet here. Let out a sigh here. Now allow the big toes to touch. As you inhale, left leg sweeps towards the sky. Lift and open your hip. Bend your knee, lean generously to the right side. As you exhale, look forward and let that left knee come in between your hands. Sliding that right leg as far back as you can. Make sure you swing that left knee slightly to the side here and then lift through your heart. Good, as you exhale, come forward onto the forearms. Or maybe dropping your forehead to the earth. So if you find, again, that you're starting to lean to that left side, place something underneath that sits bone just to keep those hips square and level. So some of you will feel this in your glutes or pulling slightly in your low back. Some of you feel it around the knees. If you've been injured in your knee before, then you'll definitely feel that as there's pressure on the knee, your body's kind of leaning on it. So just breathe through it. As long as it's not a sharp pain, it's fine. If there's a little bit of achiness, just breathe through it. So we'll have 4 to 5 more breaths here. Now, very, very slowly on your next inhale, begin to float the forehead away. Walking up on your hands, slowly lift your torso. If there's something underneath your left hip, gently remove it. And then roll slowly onto your left hip. Good, and then let that right leg come towards the front of your mat. And just gently square yourself and kind of move your knees, especially that right knee. And just move your hands up and down the legs as well, just to flush it out. Wonderful. And I'd like you to bend this right leg here. Place it over your left. And then let the left arm swim around that right knee. Pull it in towards your body. Now flex that bottom straight leg. And as you breathe out, twist towards the right side, rolling that right shoulder open, and try to look back over your right shoulder. Nice deep breaths in and out. Good. Now slowly as you inhale, unwind. Let the right arm come to the inside of your right leg and let the left arm swim back behind you. And now this is an open twist here. Keep lifting up through the crown. Good. Now slow as you inhale, unwind back to the front. And see if you can pick up that right foot, place the heel on the floor, and see if you can reach the bottom of your foot here. You can interlace your fingers if you can reach it. Otherwise, hold on to your ankle, but pull the knee in towards you. And as you exhale, lift through your heart and see if you can straighten the leg out. Now, if that's not possible for you to straighten the leg out, keep your knee bent and just look past your toe. Make sure you're not collapsing through that low back here. But keep lifting up. Look past your big toe. Keep pulling the toes towards you, and you'll feel it in the back of your calf and the back of your knee. Good, 2 more breaths here. Good. Now slow as you exhale, soften your knee. Release the hand and straighten it out. Good. Bending the left knee. Take it over your right. As you inhale, let the right arm swim around that left knee. Now twist in towards the knee. Roll that left shoulder down and back. And see if you can look back over your left shoulder. Watch out that you're not leaning back. Try to keep it really centered over your hips, turning from your navel. Nice. Now slowly unwind. Inhale. Let the left arm come to the inside of your left foot. Let the right arm swim open, reach it back. Now watch out that you're not leaning into that front right hip. Keep the left hip bone on the floor and look back over your right shoulder. Wonderful. Slowly unwind as you inhale. Coming into that hamstring stretch, lift up the left foot. Place your heel onto the floor on the inside of your right knee. Interlace your fingers if you can, or hold onto your ankle. Pull the knee in. As you exhale, extend it. So if you can't fully straighten the leg out because you're feeling a lot of feedback in here, just keep the knee slightly bent, but lift up through your heart. Keep that right leg strong. Make sure it's not floppy. Keep it engaged and keep expanding through the breath. 2 more breaths. Wonderful. Slowly as you exhale, soften your knee. Good. And then release the foot and just shake it out here. Just shake your legs. Just releasing any tension there. Good. Bring your knees up. Let's come a little forward. So if you have bricks, I invite you to bring 1 brick to the side just for our gentle inversion here. Hands underneath your knees and begin to roll your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. And then pulling the knees in towards your chest. And gently start to move and rock from side to side here. Good. Making your way into happy baby pose. So bring the soles of your feet to the sky. Bend your knees. Ankles are over your knees. Knees are on the sides of your rib cage. And now see if you can have the arms on the inside, but then your hands reach the outside this time, pinky toe side. And then as you exhale, pull the legs down. Now lengthen your tailbone towards the front of your mat. And you should feel a really nice deep stretch in your low back. Pick up the back of your head so you lengthen through the neck here. And then kind of like push 1 foot further down, and then you kind of do this here. Going a little deeper into it. So as if you're trying to get the knee to the floor, the top of the knee. Good, and then start to sway. And as you kind of sway, let one leg kind of fall out to the side. Good, and then see if you can let the legs fall away from each other, coming into wide-legged supine, Upavista, Konasana. Wide angle. If you can't hold on to your big toes, no problem. Let the hands rest on the calf, the inner thighs. Really lengthen through your spine. Couple more breaths here. Just let gravity take over. Imagine there's heavy weights hanging off your big toes. Beautiful. Now very slowly soften your knees. Bring your hands to the outside, like your knees slowly. The earth into a gentle inversion. If you have a break, I invite you to lift your hips slide that forward. You have a pillow, place it on the sacrum. Good, and walk your shoulder forward, so the neck is long. Good. And we're coming to a modified shoulder stand. More restorative. Lift your leg, lift up to the sky. Just relax your feet here. Try not to do anything with them. Palms facing up. Now we're going to come into variation here. Circle the legs. You break the spine for your lower back. We put the legs all away from each other. We're back down like a pose. Or if you're really close to the you're supposed to try this way sometimes. It's really nice. Deep stretches as well. Couple more breaths. If your legs in a different position, slowly draw them back together. Bending the knees slowly when you're ready, exhale. And then allow one foot at a time to come to the floor. Feel that connection back to the earth. And we'll draw down to the earth by lifting your hips, remove the brick or whatever you're lying on. Roll your spine down as we make our way into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Let the legs slide out. Let your chest stay wide open here, palms facing up.